from that I'm dead serious about it. I can tell you of the Wilco board and being chairman, and I see faces out here from Wilco, I see faces out here from NORPAC, people that he worked with. The NORPAC, the board, and being chairman, Wilco board and being chairman, that was all identity that came with that Dad really enjoyed. And that was really a time of evolution for Dad. That's when he met Harvey Kidell. I don't know if the Kidell family really knows this. But Harvey was Dad's mentor. Dad loved Harvey. He wanted what he saw in Harvey. He wanted to be like him, dress like him. He wanted to be somebody. When Harvey got sick and died, it tore Dad up. And eventually when he became chairman, he knew it was because Harvey had faith in him and told him he could. The mentor was mentored. I can tell you stories of elk hunting. So Sharon has polio. Connie's a couple weeks old. Mom doesn't drive. Bye, honey. Back in a week. I mean, this is serious business. The hunting. Mom's home when he got back. See what I mean about being blind? In love. Eventually the gender barrier was broken and we would all go and have a great time hunting. As in, they were pretty good at hunting and in elk camp. For girls. I can tell you about traveling with Henrietta to Wisconsin, Spirit Mountain, Arizona, Alaska, Spirit Mountain, back east, Nashville, Spirit Mountain, Gettysburg, Chinook Winds. I drive that by the casino every once in a while and note that my inheritance is doing quite well. See number 12, running through once. I can tell you about Buddy's dog, about donut runs, the strawberry field, his booming voice. I am too whispering. Okay. I can tell you about haircuts, breakfast, camping, the blue goose, the woodshed. I can only tell you what I heard. I never saw the inside. It was always, it sounded awful coming from the girls. The parties, 4th of July, any gathering, party at Mike and Chris, once a month band. A couple months ago, that's what he lived for. He wanted to be there, and he'd be at that party, had a great time. High school events he attended, athletics, waitresses, well, women in general. He liked flirting. He liked the attention. But the real eulogy was really written by all of you. We've had so many people come up to us and tell us what Dad has meant to them. How nice he was. What an icon he was. How great, how wonderful. Sweet, funny, a legend, a mentor. He was always free with his, and here's the Dad's, advice and counsel, whether you ran with it or not. But really on this part of his life, I have to be really very serious. There are people in this church, and Father alluded to that today, who will tell you that Dad changed their life. When they were in real need, somehow Dad was there to help guide them through it. And he did call them his boys. So whether he took them in and gave them stability, actually lived with them for a while, or just some advice and counsel, they have told us, quote, "You will never, ever know how much that man means to me. I want to be called like a family member when he dies. He means that much to me. And he made me the man I am today. See, take the ball and run with it. So Dad's real hobby was people. He liked to see what other people were doing. How was it going? To visit, offer advice. So here's kind of a typical outing that I saw with my grandsons. You call them up, need a little muscle. And so I picked them up around 8 o'clock and go have breakfast and talk and offer advice. So they'd head up to the farm after breakfast or the hill and do 45-minute job, maybe a couple hours in a long day, and then decide to check in on the Ted first. Drive up to Lee and Jake's logging operation, watch for a while, visit when they have a break, offer advice. Start back home, stop for lunch, visit some more, offer more advice. Head home and all the while driving, commenting on who lives here and there and what's going on in the fields and weather or whatever comes to mind. And maybe pull into someone's driveway and say, hey, visit and offer advice if necessary. And it just kind of struck me that the conversation was never about him, but always others. And he was always so damn proud of his kids. See number 3. And grandkids. Just for example, Lacey was floored that Grandpa took her acceptance letter from Notre Dame to the donut shop to brag to everyone. See number 1, step up the ladder. Also see number 2, horse puppy. Things didn't always go smooth. So, I want to make one final huge thank you to my sisters. When Connie decided to take on the ministry of taking care of Dad, I really figured that one of them would be dead within a week. Not from natural causes. Sharon and Janice played major supporting roles along with Chris and Kathy and Judy, who all took turns making Dad's final months comfortable, stress-free, pain-free. Sometimes he was just so comfortable he could spit. Connie's assessment of all of this was, I would do it all over again in a heartbeat. It was a blessing to have that time together. Dad's assessment was, what have cotton girls for? Now, actually, he knew he was blessed and thanked them over and over. Surprisingly enough, Dad became a model patient, rarely complained, and learned some new concepts for him of patience and acceptance and even surrender. And sometimes Dad did have this annoying habit of referring to the 4th commandment, honor thy father. When persuasion, logic, or reason failed to gain him control of the TV remote, or sway the argument in his favor, or to get him his way in anything. But in the last months, when he required such intimate care and worried about the sickroom burdens he put on his girls, Connie explained to Dad that he never needed to be embarrassed or apologize. Because, baby cakes, this is what honor thy father is really all about. See number 9. So,